Hey everybody, it's me Fadi and welcome to Fadi Aquarium Channel. In the previous episode, I talked about the best 10 corals for beginners. To start with, today I will speak about 10 corals to avoid. Some corals need special care requirements and can be hard to keep them long term unless you spend a lot of effort and dedication to keep them. The Carnation tree coral is one of the most beautiful and peaceful corals. It's found in a variety of amazing colors, with red or orange being the most common. It is extremely difficult to maintain in a reef aquarium. It's non-photosynthetic coral, or NPS in short. NPS corals doesn't contain zooxanthellae algae, so it doesn't use photosynthesis to produce the food needed for this coral. It requires low lighting combined with medium to strong water movement. It is necessary to have a constant current with the abundance of plankton. Its diet should include live baby brine shrimp, microplankton, and other small foods designed for filter feeding invertebrates to survive in the reef aquarium. This food must be available almost constantly. Only expert aquarists should attempt to keep this coral. Chili coral is another NPS coral compared to many other soft NPS corals. Like the Carnation tree, the chili coral is relatively easy to keep in captivity. However, it will need extensive feeding with plankton and coral foods like reefroids. Feeding a lot means that you must have a good filtration system and make a lot of water changes to keep the water clean. The cherry corals require low lighting levels combined with medium to strong indirect water movement. Non-photosynthetic gorgonians. NPS corals are unique and beautiful, however, all of them needs constant target feeding, which means that they need a lot of work from the reef keeper. Gorgonian and sea fans comes in many colors, and there are two groups of sea fans, photosynthetic and non-photosynthetic. It's better to avoid the non-photosynthetic ones, as all NPS, they require constant feeding, low light, and medium current. Sun coral or Tapisteria is another non-photosynthetic coral that requires constant feeding. Sun corals get their name from their bright yellow coloration and sun-like appearance of each polyp. Keeping NPS in a mixed reef tank is more challenging, as they need constant feeding, which will affect other hard corals that prefer cleaner water. Additionally, hard corals need medium to high light and higher flow rates. Many reefers that have success with NPS keeps these beautiful and unique corals in dedicated NPS corals only aquarium. Acropora Corals, or Acros for short, is a genus of small polyp stony corals, SPS. Acros are my favorite corals and are kept by many reef keepers, however, they are not suitable for beginner aquarists. Acropora can be one of the most difficult corals to keep, but can also be the most rewarding. Acros need a very stable reef system. They require strong, alternating flow and high amounts of light. Acropora coral grows extremely fast under these conditions and will provide your tank with beautiful structures. For more details about Acropora, you can see this video that I made earlier. Goniopora or flower pot coral is another coral that I really like. Goniopora corals are eye-catching and beautiful large polyp stony corals, LPS. Goniopora are sensitive and difficult to keep. I only recommend them for intermediate and advanced hobbyists. They prefer moderate lighting and moderate flow. Goniopora corals do best when provided with amino acids and target feeding with coral foods like Goniopora and reefroids. For more information about Goniopora, you can watch the video about Goniopora in my channel. Galaxea. Galaxea is one of the most aggressive corals available in the reef keeping hobby. They are fast-growing hardy corals. They have very long sweeper tentacles that can reach to other corals and kill them. You will be amazed how far these sweepers' tentacles can extend, so it's better to keep a lot of space between Galaxea corals and other corals. Elegance coral is one of the nicest LPS coral available, and I kept many beautiful ones before. However, recently, Indonesian Elegance corals are not surviving in our tanks. At first, they look that they are doing well. However, their health starts to deteriorate and they perish quickly. On the other hand, Australian Elegance corals are hardy and will do well in most healthy reef aquariums. So, I recommend avoiding Indo-Elegance corals and get an Australian coral instead. Scolymia and acanthephyllia. Scollies and donuts are one of the coolest LBS available, large and fleshy corals with bright amazing colors. They are hardy and easy to take care for corals, however, their prices are really expensive, so I don't recommend these beautiful corals for beginners. It's better to get them later when you have more confidence in keeping corals and your tank have other thriving corals. Torches. Torch coral is one of the most popular corals and a coral I really like. The way they sway with current and the amazing colors makes every reefer wants to keep them. Torch corals are aggressive corals and will sting and kill any nearby coral with its tentacles, so it's very important to leave plenty of space between any torch with other corals. They are harder to keep than other euphyllia corals like hammers and frog spawn, and they can develop brown jelly infection and die quickly. Another common problem with torches is large flatworm that dig deep inside the skeleton and eats the torch coral from the inside. So dipping and inspecting torch coral is important. You can start with other euphyllia corals like hammers and frog spawn, and if you see that these are doing well in your aquarium, you can start with some torches. That's it for today. Thanks for watching and see you soon in the next video.